Okay, let's take a look at the Montero Grand Slam from an EV perspective. This first pitch is 87. It's a slider, and it's in the up and in, borderline up and in, up and middle area. So it's gaining some speed. It's probably in that speed range of about, I want to say right around 90 effective velocity. And he is clearly dead late, tries to hold up. It's too late, but on his way towards getting the barrel into the hitting zone, tries to hold up and can't. So really late. Then he gets another slider at 87 that's slightly lower. This one is probably in that 87 to 89 EV range. It depends on where you would locate this. I've got this at middle up. And he's still a little bit late. And then he throws one that's pretty much middle. And it's right at 87. And this one ends up being killed. So from an EV perspective, this one is triple at risk. Back-to-back pitches within 6 EV miles an hour is the #1 hard hit ball. About 50% of all hard hit balls happen as a result of that. So just the idea that you're throwing the same basic speed twice in a row is risky. The third time is really risky. The other thing that happens is because of the progression, he went from about 90 and he's late, and then he went down to about 88, 89 and he's late, and then he went down to 87, and it matches his swing speed perfectly. But not only that, it also matches his swing line perfectly. If we look at the line of the pitch and the line of the swing, they're just about exactly in the same line. Now, when you look at this pitch compared to the one that he made the full swing on right before this, my contention is that he's basically making the same swing, only one of these pitches matches his swing and the other one does not. So what you're going to see is the same swing. Obviously, there's a slightly different height differential in the barrel because he recognizes that. He's an athlete, and his hands are going to levitate towards the ball. So there's that slight difference, but the toe gets on the ground same time. Heel plant, same time. Hips initiate, hands initiate, barrel drops into the zone. It's the same swing. It's the same timing. Only one of these pitches matches this and the other one does not. Now, from the perspective of data, they mentioned how his batting average on fastballs was higher than it is on some of the other pitches. He's at 103 with changeups, sliders, and curveballs are just about 200. But when we look at the hard hit ball, it tells a little bit different story. His hard hit ball rate on fastballs is 150 and on sliders is 175. So about 15% harder is the level at which he hits off speed pitches, the slider in particular. So when we look at fastballs, where is he hitting them? He's got a 375 hard hit ball rate with a 500 batting average and a homer middle away, 188 hard hit ball rate, 2 homers, and a 375 batting average. And then down and in, he's got a 182 hard hit ball rate, 545 batting average, and 1 homer. So all of his homers, he's got 4 on fastballs, 3 on sliders. So he's just as likely, in fact, far more likely to hit a slider homer because of the fact that there's only 120 sliders that he's faced versus 672 fastballs. So his ratio is much higher on with the idea that he might hit a homer on a slider, and you can see where he's hitting them from a right hand. These are all right-handed pitchers. So this would pop up above where he's hitting 429. He's hitting 429 hard hit ball rate, 286 batting average with a homer down and away. Middle down, 500 hard hit ball rate, 500 batting average with a homer. 500 hard hit ball rate, 500 batting average in the middle box with a homer. And where these pitches ended up was one of them was about here, the next one was about here, and the next one was just about here. And so he literally was working his way backwards towards the absolute epicenter of what he was capable of hitting. So this is not anything more than just a really poor selection of pitches. It's not bad managerial skills. That they don't call the pitches, so that had nothing to do with that. This was all about pitch selection and very, very poor understanding of who you were facing. So from an EV perspective, this was just about triple at risk.